Hey crafty babes, it's Andrea. I'm going to be working in a pocket page today for my 6x8 personal album. If you're curious about this gorgeous yellow and white striped album, it's from Simple Stories. It's one of their snap binders and it is my favorite. So I've got this meme that everybody has seen, I'm sure. It says, it's a little pie chart, and it's like where all your cool internet friends are. And there's a teeny tiny little sliver that says within 3 miles, or some number that's close. And then the other one has some curse words, and it's hilarious. So basically saying that everybody that you know and love lives forever away. So I'm going to use Felicity Jane's Zoey kit to put together a little 4-up 3x4 page, and I'm using a photo that doesn't really fit. It doesn't feel like it fits, but as I was going through my box of photos, I just found this one. It was really neutral, and I remember kind of sitting in my car waiting to pick up one of my kids from school, and then it was just, I don't know, I was just feeling like I really wish my friends lived close to me, and I remember feeling that way. And so I thought that maybe I didn't have another really good story to tell with this photo, so I decided that would be the story I told. So one of the papers that I'm using is the floral paper, and I decided to just use one of the floral die cuts to also just place on top of the floral to kind of give it a little pop. And of course I started to do that, and then now I'm starting on the title, because when I think of the title then I have to do it, I guess. Well, the title of this is The Truth, and I'm using the alphas that came in the kit, which are those skinny lowercase alphas, and then I'm also using the uppercase alphas, and those are in a dot, and those did not come with the kit, they're just in the shop. And then I've outlined it in a black pen because they're kind of hard to see up against that blue and white stripe. And the stamp that I'm going to use at the bottom is the confetti kind of falling stamp there, because I felt like the words were just kind of sitting there with nothing to balance them out. So I thought that was maybe a good way to handle that. I'm using some foam tape for that die cut finally, and I'm just going to throw it as close to the original shape as possible. It is a bit of a different shape, and that's totally fine. And then I'm just going to trim off some of the end. And I always get weird about what I do with the smaller photos that just kind of sit on larger pieces of paper. So I'm kind of fiddling around with a couple of things. Not sure what else I really want to say, and it's because the camera's on that I'm like not really sure what I want to do. My thoughts end up not being able to focus on my project, and they focus on am I taking too long? I worry that my phone is running out of battery even though it was completely plugged in. You know, all the things that I'm worried about that keep me from being totally free and creative, but that's okay. I'm getting better. So I trimmed off the long portion of that acetate tab, and I'm just using the tab part with the little heart, and I flipped it to the side because I make the rules, and you can do whatever you want with your supplies. And and then I figured out what the other card was going to say, and I like that celebrate acetate piece, and so I think it says celebrate friends I've not met. Because really, when they don't live close to you and you can't enjoy all your normal day-to-day things with them, you have to celebrate what you do have with them. And, you know, I have friends that we polo and we text every day, and those are special friendships and special relationships. And there are some who I haven't met, and there are some who I have. But I just, in general, I like to celebrate those girls. So let's see, what else am I doing? I'm punching through with this notebook punch, and I'm really trying to figure out a way to use it, but it just is not working. doesn't happen. So tried and true washi tape with a heart somewhere is gonna happen. And then yeah, let's get there, because I know that's what's gonna happen. I'm trying to avoid it, but sometimes you just go with what you know. Oh, and then I'm gonna write a little journaling. I'm so all over the place here. I've put some sequins down on that picture up there. A little bit of craziness happening, but that's what happens with these pages. Sometimes you just kind of move around from card to card as your brain thinks of things. So that journaling just says, waiting in car line and wishing my friends lived closer. But thankfully, we have technology, and we have all kinds of ways to be able to connect with each other, and I feel like these girls do know my everyday life, and they do know all my struggles and all the other things, and I know theirs, and I think it's just enough. Speaking of enough, we are done with this page, and I hope that you really enjoyed watching, and thank you so much for watching. Talk to you guys really soon. Bye!